Heatwave is a 1974 American disaster film that premiered as an ABC Movie of the Week on January 26, 1974. Set against the backdrop of an intense and relentless heatwave, the film explores the devastating effects of extreme heat on a community, highlighting both the physical and psychological challenges faced by its residents. The narrative follows a diverse group of characters, including families and emergency responders, as they confront the harsh realities of survival in sweltering conditions. Tensions rise as the heat leads to accidents, health crises, and personal conflicts, underscoring the fragility of life during such disasters. The film captures the desperation and resilience of people battling against nature, while also emphasizing themes of community, cooperation, and the human spirit's determination to endure in the face of adversity. With its gripping storyline and emotional performances, Heatwave serves as a cautionary tale about the impacts of climate and the importance of preparing for natural disasters. This made-for-television film remains a poignant exploration of how extreme weather can shape lives and communities. Sit back and enjoy this film, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
What's going on?
Oh, you have to call for 2 weeks to get a simple, stupid air conditioner fixed.
Maybe it's a brownout. TV works.
Look, honey, just call the repair guy again, will you?
Oh, honey, I called him twice this week already. He says they're so swamped that even if I got it to him.
All right. Heat waves, brownouts, everything at the same time. Can't they plan anything right?
You know, it's not as though it were a conspiracy against us personally. You want cereal or eggs? Hello? Mom! Hey, how's London? How are you doing? You still having a good time? Great. Yeah, great. Oh, yeah, well, you know, the weathermen don't seem to know what's going on. Yeah, we had another brownout last night. Oh, no. No, a couple of the schools closed early, things like that, but I'm sure it's not as bad as you've been reading. Mom, now how are we going to get to come to London? Well, it's not that bad. That's real sweet of you to offer, Mom, but we can't. Oh, Mom, please. We've borrowed enough from you already.
Oh, well, here comes Mom, folks.
And if we should need to borrow some more,
We can always get a better interest rate.
it certainly won't be for some silly plane trip to London. What's that? Oh, well, sure. If Frank can get up from work, maybe we'll do that. That sounds like a good idea. Listen, I'll write you tomorrow, okay? All right, don't worry about me. Say hi to Dad. Give him my love. Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
If Frank can get off, maybe we'll what?
They thought maybe we'd like to use the cabin up at Bear Springs for the weekend.
Their cabin at Bear Springs.
Frank, come on.
Oh, come on, honey. It's hot and I'm late for work already. Where's your razor?
Bottom drawer.
Thanks.
On the local scene, with no relief in sight from the heat wave, the city manager has announced that in the absence of sufficient voluntary cutbacks, the restricting of water usage may become necessary throughout the area. With watersheds already low from an insufficient spring melt, reservoirs have been almost empty.
Good morning. Where you been? I've been roasting out there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Harry. I was late. How are you?
Terrific. The dealer promises me my new set of wheels will be in no later than Thursday. Wait till you see that car, baby.
It's great. You know, another month from now, Laura's going to be having the baby. Can you believe that? 4 weeks from now. Man, what a responsibility. I mean, have you got any idea, Harry, really, the problems?
Don't try and blame me because you wanted to get married.
Yeah, well, it's a responsibility, man. I mean, you with your brand new car coming next Thursday. I really needed all this.
You talking about the baby?
Oh, I'm talking about everything. The heat. I mean, on top of everything else, we really need this heat, right?
Man, what is it with everybody? Okay, so we got a temporary little heat wave. But what is everybody getting so bananas about? Frank, this is not Tunerville town. We're not gonna wither away into some Sahara desert. We got a problem? We'll solve the problem. We'll keep an eye on it. All right. Yeah, boy. All else may fail, but that goes on. That's the real barometer, right there. Money. Business as usual. When I see him stop buying and selling and wheeling and dealing, then I'm going to start to worry about it. Yes, sir.
Harry, tell Taylor I'd like to see him for a minute later this morning, will you, please?
Yes, sir.
My master's voice.
What do you got against him? He's a pretty good old fud.
Oh, come on, Harry. I've been waiting 7 months just to make Junior broker. What's he got against me? That's what I'd like to know.
Well, it certainly couldn't be your attitude.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm going to have to caution you not to buy this frozen food today. The brownouts have been longer the last few nights.
Too much chance of spoilage in these goods.
You're kidding, really? You mean none of this stuff's any good?
Sorry.
What about the milk? Is that okay?
Fresh milk's likely to be spoiled. All this heat, you know. Might try the powdered.
What do you think you're doing? Lady, you can't board like that. It's none of your business. Well, wait a minute. Don't you think somebody else in this town might like something to eat? Look at, I have a baby, see? Well, in 9 months, I could have one, too. And I wouldn't have anything to feed it. You're taking everything on the shelf. I am not. It's none of your business. You'll see how much it's my business when I report you to the manager. Oh, see if I care. You probably wouldn't. No, I would. No, you just see.
Harry Powers tells me you're due to have a baby in a couple of months.
Yes, sir.
And you've been with us 7 months.
Yes, sir.
Well, I suppose you've about had your fill of cleaning the stables and feeding the chickens, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, I suppose it's about time that we... Yes, Miss Goldman.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Sir, that same man from the city is here. He says if you've got a minute, it's rather important.
Again?
Afraid so.
All right, send it in.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Ted. This will probably only take a minute.
It's okay.
Mr. Prescott will see you now. You may go in.
Good morning, Mr. Prescott.
That depends.
Yes, sir. I'm afraid this time we're going to have to ask you to shut off your air conditioning completely, sir.
Completely? For how long?
The whole day, I'm afraid. And until further notice, sir.
What?
Yes, sir.
Look, I don't mind cooperating. I want to cooperate. You understand? For an hour or two now and then, once a week. Do you see those men over there? They have got to do business, financial business. They must be alert, on their toes.
Mr. Prescott, we're in a situation here. There's too great a heat consumption of power. Now, I have the authority to insist upon immediate compliance, sir.
I suppose we must be in trouble. All right, come on. I'm sorry, Taylor. I'll have to get back to you later. Thank you, sir.
Calcutta in here. Where'd everybody come from? I do my laundry in here every week. Well, they've limited the east side water supply on alternate days. Everybody comes scrambling over to this side of town just to get a drink. What? Oh, yeah, they're going to do the same thing here by nightfall. You take my word for it. No water? Well, the whole city can't. Can't believe that. It's impossible. Oh! Honey, are you all right? Yeah. Fine. It's hot in here. Oh, my. Somebody help me here. She's fainted. Oh, that poor baby. Oh. Oh, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Oh.
Believe me, just one good piece of good news, and you just watch those Quotron and tick
Frank,
figures bounce right
Frank,
back up.
it's for you.
Well, of course.
Yeah? What? Yeah, I know where it is. That's our laundromat. Well, look, okay, I'll be right there. Chris, tell Mr. Prescott I'll be right back, all right?
And the futures market. Look, as low as they are right now, what else can I tell you except buy? Shore up your position. I mean, you can't go much lower, right? Well, of course.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, that's my wife!
Frank!
My God, honey, you scared me half to death.
Ah, listen, in this heat,
right.
you don't have to be pregnant to faint a little. That poor woman they just took away there, well, she got herself sick just from all this craziness.
This is the lady who called you. She's been very nice to me.
She's a good girl.
I feel terrible about dragging you away from the office.
Honey, don't be silly. Come on.
I was just scared. I'd never fainted before. I felt helpless.
Helpless. That's perfect. A big, strong man like this comes to rescue you, you should faint every day. Helpless? That's what keeps them on their toes, these handsome ones.
Thank you very much. She really does keep me on my toes these days. Honey, I'm going to take you straight home, and I want you to go to bed, okay?
Oh, excuse me. I mean, I don't want to interfere, but if you've got a doctor...
Oh, no. No, that's nonsense. I feel fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye, and good luck, honey.
You know, honey, maybe she's right. Maybe we ought to see Dr. Gleason before I take you home. So then, finally, he's just about ready to lay it on me. And this city official comes barging in. I mean, are you ready for that?
Frank, it's terrific. Of all days to call you away from the office.
Oh, come on, honey, don't be silly. I mean, I had to come. For all I knew, you were laying out there with a miscarriage or something.
Miscarriage? What made you think of that?
What do you mean, what made me think of that? I mean, a woman calls me up and tells me that you're passed out on some floor somewhere. I mean, what am I supposed to think?
Frank, would you have gone to law school if we hadn't gotten married?
Come on, Laura, what is that supposed to mean?
Sorry. Look, the doctor's office is going to be pretty crowded. Why don't you just drop me off?
Oh, come on, Laura.
You don't want Prescott changing his mind. You got to get back to the office. Come on, I'll be fine. You don't have to worry about me. You got to get back to your job. Today's a big day for you.
Oh, just for me?
Well, of course not. My husband's a stockbroker. I'll buy that. Well, it's nice to know the city cares, huh?
Ladies, may I have your attention? I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to see you all today. I've been asked by the health department to report to the Lopez Avenue Emergency Clinic. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to be tied up in emergency, but it should only be a few hours. Now, if any of you are in discomfort over and above this heat problem we're having, I will be able to see you before I go to the clinic. The rest of you can either wait or come back tomorrow. I'm sorry about the inconvenience, believe me. Mrs. Gomez, do you want to step in? Laura? Anything wrong?
I fainted.
The heat?
I guess so.
Take it slow, okay?
Mr. Lewis? What? Mr. Prescott? What's going on, sir?
Brownouts. At least until the heat wave's over. In the meantime, the office is closed and everybody goes home. sweats it out.
Yeah, but the market's still trading, isn't it?
There's no way of telling us what they're trading.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. Well, there's no sense hanging around. We might as well go home. They're going to close the building anyway.
Harry, you, need a ride home, don't you? Doctor said you'd be all right, huh?
Yeah, fine.
Look, Laura, tomorrow I'll go out and get you some canned milk and stuff. I don't want you standing around in those supermarket lines, okay? Just rest tomorrow.
You know, maybe we should go to the mountains for a couple of days. I mean, it's got to be cooler up there than it is here. I grew up in Bear Springs. Dr. Grayson still lives there. You know, so we won't have to worry. We used to have a good time there.
Oh, I still owe your parents $2,000.
I know that. But you know they don't mind.
But I mind. I mean, deadbeat son-in-law strikes again.
Why do you talk about yourself like that?
Because it's true, that's why. I'm unemployed again. We're broke again. And on top of everything else, by a happy coincidence, we're about to have a baby to feed.
You bet we are. What we've got, it'll get, and what we haven't got, it won't get. And that's life. It's the best we can do. Right?
Right. What do you say we go up to Bear Springs for a couple of days? Galaxy.
I don't know.
Come on.
Seems like an awfully long drive just to rest and cool off. Fool around a little in the woods. What do you bet the minute we get up there, the heat wave breaks?
Honey, I would never bet against you. Hey, did you see that? Oh, man, I don't believe it. Honey, there's not a light on out there. That is a total, complete blackout. Can you believe it?
Dear God.
And the Highway Patrol again cautions motorists to refrain from any unnecessary driving due to severely clogged road conditions. Hundreds of motorists are stalled with overheated engines and vapor lock.
Further, insulating pipe runs when possible conserves water and energy otherwise wasted by running water until it reaches a desired temperature at the fixture.
Where do all these idiots think they're going?
Two of them are going to Bear Springs.
Oh, funny.
Somebody's still got to be playing some music.
Record high temperatures, sporadic fires breaking.
Well, someone's still got a sense of humor.
Okay, pal. Honey, I think we ought to call ahead to Dr. Grayson at the next gas station. Make sure Bear Springs isn't blacked out, too.
Lord, I'm thirsty. emergency calls.
Oh, you're kidding me. Not even at Bear Springs? Why didn't you tell him it was an emergency then?
I didn't think of it.
Oh, Laura.
Why don't you call Frank?
Get it.
Hi. Oh, you're right with you. Okay. Hi, folks. Frozen solid, huh?
Yeah, frostbite.
We're all out of the number 2 there, but anything else you want, I can whip right up.
I'd like a glass of water, please.
Oh, sure thing. Except you might want to wait until your meal. We've been having a few shortages around here the last few days.
Oh, I'll take the number 1. What do you mean shortages?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we've had to invoke a kind of a new house rule. As of this morning, the limit is 1 glass per customer.
You're kidding me. What kind of restaurant only serves 1 glass of water?
Right.
Hey, waiter. Yeah, I'll be right with you, sir.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm serious. In this kind of heat,
Look, you want to talk about heat? Why don't you go out in the kitchen and talk to my old lady? She's been in there trying to whip up short orders on a 2-bit butane stove since 6 o'clock this morning. I'm sorry. Would you care to order now?
That's okay. The number 1 for me, too. Thank you.
Coming right up. Sorry, mister.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You look like too nice a couple to be having a beverage dilemma. And that's not only my opinion, that's my business. Now, I always say that a fine glass of cold beer is better than a plain glass of water any time. I got a whole ice chest out in my car filled with samples of my fine product. Tell me something, little lady. Do you ever stock a 6-pack of this fine Bronson beer for this fine young man when he comes home from a hard day's work? Well, it don't matter if you do or not. Because after you taste this, you will. Because I'm going to go out to that ice chest and I'm going to bring you back some of the finest beer you ever tasted. Now, you stay right where you are. You're in for a real taste treat.
Excuse me. You know if that gas station out there will be open today?
Hey, Zim. You gonna open the station today?
Oh, yeah. We're going to open, no problem there.
Look, we'll just settle for some gas then.
Of course. Now, gas. Now, that is a problem.
Meaning what?
Meaning that since the day before yesterday, we ain't had no juice to pump the gas up with.
Well, look, is there any place I can get some gas around here?
Around here? Not unless you brought along your own electricity to run the pumps with. Here we go, young people. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. This is not just beer, you know. This is Bronson. Gabriel, whatever this young couple's having, it's my party. Just relax. Food's on the way. And you're going to meet the tastiest, most thirst-quenching friend a young couple ever had. Yeah, well, I bought one of them cabins up in Bear Springs myself about 6 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Me and the wife didn't get it fixed up the way we want to yet, but in fact, I'm on my way up there now to check on some of them subcontractors. Boy, it's been my experience. You better check them before you pay them. Fine beer, isn't it?
Well, with the heat and everything, I guess your sales are up a bit, huh?
A bit? Little lady, I wish I could arrange a 15 to 20-day heat wave like this, oh, maybe once or twice every year. Boy, oh, boy.
You're not serious.
Why not? Listen, I'm a businessman. Whatever makes people thirsty. I mean, if it's a heat wave or whatever it is. I just get down on my knees and give thanks and count my money.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are suffering because of this heat, you know.
No, don't pin that on me, Mr. Taylor. I'm not the instigator. I'm just the beneficiary, you might say.
Listen, thank you very much.
Brady. Arnold Brady?
Brady. Incidentally, was that your car I saw by the gas pumps?
Yeah.
You know, I really hate to ask you this, but I don't think we have enough gas to get all the way up to Bear Springs, and I was wondering, would it be all right if I siphoned off maybe just a gallon or two from your tank? I really would appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I don't think I can do that, Mr. Taylor. You see, gas is kind of scarce around here, you know what I mean?
It's okay. It's all right. I understand. Well, again, thank you very much for the beer, and...
Listen, that's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And you take care of this little lady here. Listen, you're going to be all right. I'll probably see you up there anyway. And when I come visiting, I want to see a case of Bronson's in your cooler.
Bye-bye.
Pity about all that gas with no pumps working. Of course, suppose there's some gas laying around that didn't need to be pumped. Some smart station owner had some stashed away for emergencies or special occasions. A few good friends.
Now, honey, we're up past the foothills already. You think it'd be getting cooler by now?
How are we doing on gas?
We'll make it. Not by very much, but we'll make it.
I'm starting to get a little worried.
Huh?
Before, all the cars were going the same way we are. Now it looks like they're all going the other way.
Yeah. Hey, I thought you were the one that was supposed to be in charge of morale here. Well, that figures. Good old help thy neighbor, the beer salesman.
Well, we can knock it all we want, but I guess maybe that's what it takes, huh?
Maybe that's what takes.
It's an expression. Success, I guess.
Hi. What's the problem? My wife's gonna die if I don't get her to a doctor.
What can we do to help you, sir?
Give me make it to that car, Louise. I gotta get her to a doctor.
I don't have very much gas left, you know?
I said I'll have to take your car. You'll just have to understand I'm taking this
Look,
car.
I don't mind giving you a hand, but, you know, I can't let
There's
you lose
nothing you can do. I'm taking the car. I'm sorry.
Hey, what are you, crazy? I told you I can't give you the car. Can't you see my wife is pregnant?
You'll be all right. You're young. You'll be all right.
Frank? You cut your head. You okay?
Yeah, I think so. I'm okay. I'm sorry, Laura. I'm so sorry.
I love you. It doesn't make any sense. We're way up in the mountains and it isn't any cooler.
What bothers me is there isn't any traffic on this road. Oh, no. 8 more miles. Oh. Laura?
Frank? Frank, you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Maybe you got a concussion or something.
You know, that guy must have been in his 50s, and he put me away like a baby.
Honey, he was desperate. It was life and death for him.
Oh, what is it for us right now, huh? You know, 8 more miles, it might as well be 100.
Frank, I think there's a fire trail about a mile or so up there. There's a stream near it, too, unless it's all dried up. There's a stream there, Frank. I know it.
Laura, forget the stream. We can't even find the trail.
Just gotta be a stream. I remember it.
Look.
Hey! Hey!
Come on.
Honey, your memory's a little good anyway. Oh, that feels so good.
More.
I'm sorry, honey. It's a house rule. Only one drink per customer. Ah. Careful, babe. Be careful, careful.
Wow, it's still so hot, even here. Think how nice it's gonna be up in Bear Springs. Cool, green. Oh, man. Come on, honey, we better get back to the highway.
Frank, that trail leads through to Bear Springs. And it's not as long as the highway. It's a bit hilly, but it goes straight through and it doesn't wind all over the place the way the highway does.
Oh, yeah, but honey, you know, at least on a highway we have a chance of hitching a ride. But on that trail, by ourselves?
Yeah, but that's just it. See, either way, we're taking a chance. Right? I mean, as long as we're taking a chance, I'd rather bet on us.
There's a long way to walk, Laura.
Well, sure, it's a long way to walk, but the highway's twice as long. And we can't count on getting picked up. We shouldn't count on it. We gotta count on us. I mean, we don't know what's going on out there anywhere. Right? It's us, Frank. It's you and me.
I love you. Come on, we'll take the trail.
I'm all right.
Come on, pregnant lady. Honey? Laura, are you okay?
You were right. We should have taken the highway. I'm sorry.
It's okay, babe. It's all right. It's all right. Honey, I'm going to go to the top of the next ridge and see if I can see how much further it is to go, okay? Just stay right here and rest. I'll be right back. You be okay? Okay. Be right back.
Frank? Frank?
the matter? Honey, it's only a little raccoon. What's the matter? You okay?
I know. Just so exhausted.
Yeah, babe, I know.
I'm so thirsty.
I know. Okay, be all right.
I'll be all right?
Yes, of course you'll be all right.
Is the baby gonna be all right?
Of course he's gonna be all right. Oh, of course he will. You want me to carry you? Huh?
Oh, Frank. You can't carry me.
I can carry you. Come on, just hold on. Put your arms around my neck. Okay. Oh, what a heavy girl. Carry you, Laura. I said I could. I can carry you. Yeah, I can carry you. Sure I could. Oh, God, I'm sorry, Laura. I'm sorry.
I'm glad.
What do you mean you're glad? You're glad of what?
You failed. You tried and you failed. And I'm glad. You're always so afraid you're not going to measure up.
Well, I didn't measure up.
And you didn't turn into a pumpkin either, did you?
I think the town's just over that ridge.
Honey, you smell something?
Huh?
Wait a minute, just stay right here. I'm gonna go over the ridge. Something's wrong. I don't know. It looks like there was a fire.
What?
It's okay. The town's all right. I don't know. Maybe it's too early in the morning, but it looks deserted. There's nobody moving.
Looks pretty quiet.
It doesn't seem like there's anybody around.
I'm sure he still lives here. Oh. Dr. Grayson.
You're the little McFadden girl. Oh, easy there. Easy. Come on. Yes, in those days, I was still practicing in the city, prescribing sugar pills for all the mink coats with their French poodles. Came up here just on weekends.
Oh.
No. We don't want the little rascal to think his mother's a coward.
Little rascal be right.
Oh, I remember you dashing around scaring all my fish away. About 4 1/4 feet of uncontrollable tomboy. Quite a time you two must have had in the last 24 hours. You three, I should say. This heat and all that exertion. I want you to get some bed rest, Laura.
Oh, I'll be okay. I guess the worst part was when we saw the town from that hilltop this morning.
It was a fire. If the wind had shifted, we'd have lost more than a few cabins. As it was, most folks scrambled into their cars and took off anyway.
We were wondering why we saw those cars coming down the mountain.
Now, I want you to take these 3 times a day, young lady. We don't want the little rascal cavorting around before he's ready.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
You say your husband got a knock on the head?
Oh, yeah, he got hit pretty hard. You gonna take a look at him for me?
I'll take a peek at him out there while you're getting dressed. Okay?
All right.
Well, we used up our water supply fighting the fire. And by the way, if you don't have enough bottled water over at your folks' cabin, you just let me know.
Thanks, but I think we'll be okay. My mom usually keeps the place pretty well stocked.
How about the power supply, Doctor?
Power went out 3 days ago. Of course, some of us have our own generators, but there's not a drop of fuel left on the whole mountain to run anything. Now, Frank, you contact me if you have any residual pain. You know, dizziness, ringing in the ears, anything like that. And as for you, tomboy, you take everything slow and easy until I tell you otherwise. Understood?
Oh, my.
Oh, hello there. Hello. We live on the same road, do we?
Oh, ours is the next one on the left.
Well, you must be doing all right for yourself, young fella.
Well, it's her parents' place.
Oh, well, we're temporary neighbors anyway. My cabin's the last one on the right, the top of the road.
Air conditioning, huh?
Yeah? Well, I wouldn't be out in this heat without it. Listen, why don't you two stop up later? I'm leaving tomorrow. I'd like to show you around my place.
Going on back to the city? What's the heat let up?
Well, not according to the radio. 17 days straight, no relief in sight. I gotta get back and speed up that product distribution. While the sun shines, you might say. Well, what about tonight?
We'll try, yeah, thank you.
Okay. You're a fine young couple.
Bye.
Relief in sight.
It can't last forever, you know that. 17 days is a long time. It's gotta break soon.
What if it doesn't? What if it just goes on and on and on?
I don't know, Laura. I don't know. Stuff.
I don't know.
Who are you? What are you doing in here?
My name's Terry Roberts.
What's going on? How'd you get in here? Honey, is this kid from around here?
No, sir, I'm not. We were backpacking up on the ridge when the fire broke out.
So how'd you get in here?
Someone left the kitchen door unlocked. We just... Sir, is this your house?
You just what, huh? Just collected some unguarded loot, maybe, huh? What do you mean, we? Who's we? Any more of you in here?
No. No, sir.
Okay, well, what's all this stuff out here, huh?
That's all we could save from one of the houses that burned.
Oh. Well, how'd you happen to find our kitchen door so conveniently unlocked?
Terry saw some burning ashes float down on your roof. He saved your house.
I see. I'm Laura. This is Frank.
Hi. I'm Susan. Or Sue, whichever. We didn't know anybody lived here this time of year.
It's okay.
Honestly. I mean, we haven't stolen anything. You can check.
Well, Frank, I guess we're pretty lucky you two came by when you did.
Look, I'm sorry we trespassed. We're going to leave money for any food we ate.
You guys got any place to go?
We'll be fine, sir.
Look, if you want to, you can stay here. It's all right. Okay? We have a lot of room, and it's all right. Okay, honey?
Sure.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, Frank. 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 Gotta go to the doctor.
Are you sure? I think she's in labor.
How often and how severe? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Scared, nervous?
Yes, sir.
Nervous enough to drop one of these instruments?
No, sir.
Then you're elected. Frank, outside.
You hear that? That's your fault. You ought to have a car. Listen to her! What's the matter with you? What are you, some kind of animal? Listen to her!
Frank?
You had to have a car! What's the matter with you?
Easy, Frank! Easy!
My wife died. I tried to get her here. I did everything I could to save her. But it was too late. It was just too late.
Little boy.
Beautiful boy, huh? Now you rest now, child. You just rest now. I'll be back. Come on over here. I want to talk to you. Sit down. Frank, I want you to understand. You've got a 7-month baby that's under 5 pounds, and the temperature up here is almost 120 degrees. Now, that baby needs a moist, controlled environment, maximum 104, 105 degrees, with about a 4-liter oxygen flow to help those tiny lungs of his until they've had time to develop and expand on their own.
You mean an incubator?
An incubator. Which I don't have, and which we don't have the power to run if I did.
Is there anything? Doctor, there's got to be something.
Well, there isn't. Laboring for breath, low metabolic rate, no incubator, or the power to run it. I'm sorry, Frank. Things as they are. Your baby doesn't have a chance.
Don't have an incubator for my baby. Fine. We'll build one.
I only knew some way to do that.
I said I'll build one. What do we need?
Many things.
Like what? I mean, what components?
Well, as I told you, oxygen and some environmentally controllable shell to hold the child, then fuel to power my generator and make it run, and finally, in this roasting heat, some means not only to humidify the air, but to cool it down, at least 12, 15 degrees.
Okay. Fine, a shell, an incubator container, okay, I'll find something, but what about the oxygen?
Well, I did have one large cylinder. I gave it to Sam Toller about a month ago. His wife had emphysema.
Sam Toller, where does he live?
He lives in a trailer just off the North Road. But, Frank, that's the man you were ready to tear apart in the living room there last night.
Oh, no.
That's right. They were down the mountain yesterday, and his wife had a coronary. He tried to get her back up here to me, but that on top of the emphysema and all the heat just...
Is he still here? Is he still in town?
I doubt that poor man would have any place else to go right now. You better get moving.
Thanks.
Mr. Taylor, Terry's awfully good with mechanical things.
Okay. Look, we haven't got much time, all right? I'm gonna need a pump of some kind. And, a fan, maybe, okay? And...
Fuel?
Yeah, somewhere. I mean, even in this little town, there's got to be some gasoline left, okay? Anything we can use for power. Please, just try. Yeah, that's all I ask. Just try.
Let's go.
Mr. Toller?
Leave me alone.
Mr. Toller, I need your help. My wife just had her baby. He's premature, but the doctor figures he'll live if somehow we can build him an incubator. Sir, the oxygen that Dr. Grayson gave you for your wife, did she use it all?
My wife?
Yes, sir. Did she use all the oxygen?
Louise?
Please, sir, answer me. Do you have any oxygen?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
I can't leave you alone, Mr. Toller. Where's the oxygen? Where do you keep it?
Go away. Just go away.
Mr. Toller, where do you keep it?
In the back. Closet in the back.
Okay. Show me. Come on. Show me where it is.
Help me, please. Huh? Okay, just hold her. Okay, you take that in right down there. I don't know, Terry. I don't see how this can work. You have to take the top off. Too many places for oxygen to refill.
Yeah. Pump at the gas station still had some gas left in the hoses. Borrowed this from the lady at the post office.
Thanks, Susan. Thank you.
There just wasn't any more.
It's okay.
Anywhere. What about you?
No, not a drop.
She's resting comfortably. What have we got here?
Well, we've got less than a gallon of gas and still nothing to use for an incubator. Unless you think, I don't know, will this work?
Can't see through it.
Wait a minute. That's it.
Hey, wait, Terry!
Now, when you get finished, I want you to swab the inside thoroughly with this.
Yeah, okay.
I'll check the generator. Oh, Mr. Toller, I could use a hand.
Now we're only making things worse. I mean, how long is a lousy half bucket of gasoline going to keep the generator going, huh? You guys, I'll be right back. Mr. Brady?
Hello, son.
Mr. Brady, I need some gasoline.
I believe we had that discussion once
But
before.
you understand, my wife had a baby. I need the gasoline. Wait a minute! Listen to me, will you? My kid needs an incubator. I can build him one, but I don't have enough gas to operate it.
Son, I'd like to help you, but I am late.
Now, this gauge tells the amount of oxygen in the tank, and this tells you how much to flow. That's the valve. And, oh, Mr. Toller, there's gasoline in that bucket. Would you take it out to the generator and start it up?
Oh, okay.
Now, Terry, this cooled air must flow across the moistened towel, but not down directly on the infant under any circumstances.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. Okay. Here. Okay.
All right.
That looks like.
it's plugged in. Is there anything else? Have we forgotten anything at all?
Oh, I think that's it. Better get the baby. Well, get the baby. You're the father, aren't you? Now, no more than a 3 or 4 liter flow at any time. Now, turn it on and you can try it. That's it. I think we're underway.
How long now? Another hour, maybe?
Now, Frank, I think of myself as a fair physician, but I couldn't have kept that baby alive another hour. His father did.
Frank!
Should you be up?
You should not be out of bed, tomboy.
Here.
Anybody home? Doc? Hi, son. You still need
Well, thank you very much.
Mr. Brady just brought us some gasoline. You know, honey, I think he's gonna need a playmate.